Hey guys, welcome into Sports AF, or Sports as Fuck, whatever you want to call it. Yes, I finally did settle on a name for the show. I'm really excited about it. I worked really hard on a logo, as you can see here. So it's really great. Glad to be going with that. I kind of want the show to be like a sports gossipy kind of show where we talk about stuff that's happening off the court, off the field, off the sheet of ice, off the playing surface, whatever. So there were a couple things I could have talked about this week, but I finally settled on this one. Other things that I could have talked about this week included that girl who was on the No Jumper podcast and talked about giving fellatio type services to a bunch of members of the Phoenix Suns.
I gotta tell him about the NBA team.
What do you want me to say, bitch?
Go all out.
Well, okay, on my birthday is Memorial Day weekend. On my birthday, I seen them all at Dre's, like this one team.
But the more I dug into that, the more I just decided that was way too trashy, even for the standards of this show, which is saying a lot. So just go ahead and Google that if you want to get the skinny on that. Today, I want to talk about a scandal that has rocked the baseball world. I'm talking about Cincinnati Reds broadcaster Thom Brennaman and his homophobic slur that he used in-game. It was something that slipped out. It was a total accident, but this guy dropped the F-bomb on live television, and I'm not talking about fuck.
The fag capitals of the world. Reds Live, the pregame show presented by Ray St. Clair Roofing.
Right, so that was kind of a crazy moment. Obviously, they were coming back from commercial. Brennaman didn't realize that his mic was hot, and he was in the middle of having a conversation with somebody, and that was picked up and went over the air. Kind of a nightmare scenario for any broadcaster, but you know, it did happen, and it was really bad, really totally unexcusable language, especially in this day and age. So I have some experience working on team broadcasts. I was a broadcast assistant for the Utah Jazz for a few years, and I've worked in sports radio. I've produced live games and talk shows and all that kind of stuff before, so I have a little bit of experience on how this works behind the scenes. And I can tell you that it wasn't just Thom Brennaman who messed up here, although he did the majority of the fucking up by saying this terrible thing. But it would have to be someone behind the scenes pushing the button to turn his mic live at the wrong time. Because literally when you go in the commercial and come out of commercial, the producer of the broadcast literally has to push a button on and off to turn the mics on and off, right? Thom Brennaman didn't hear the cue to go back on the air because it's the producer's job to let the broadcaster know that, hey, we're about to go back on the air, so you need to shut up and stop whatever you're talking about. So Thom Brennaman must not have heard that cue, or the producer didn't say it and when he hit the button to put him on live. Anyway, it's a huge, huge fuck up. And I'm willing to bet that Thom Brennaman wasn't the only one who got in trouble. I'm sure the producer, the director, also heard about it for messing up. But anyway, this is totally Brennaman's fault. Let's not ignore that, right? Brennaman finished the game. It was a doubleheader and was taken off the air for the second game of the doubleheader. And before he left, he issued an apology to the fans and the people who heard it. And this is what he said.
I made a comment earlier tonight that I guess went out over the air that I am deeply ashamed of. If I have hurt anyone out there, I can't tell you how much I say from the bottom of my heart. I'm so very, very sorry. I pride myself and think of myself as a man of faith. As there's a drive in a deep left field by Castellanos, it will be a home run. And so that'll make it a 4-0 ball game. I don't know if I'm going to be putting on this headset again. I don't know if it's going to be for the Reds. I don't know if it's going to be for my bosses at Fox. I want to apologize for the people who signed my paycheck, for the Reds, for Fox Sports Ohio, for the people I work with, for anybody that I've offended here tonight. I can't begin to tell you how deeply sorry I am.
Really interesting that he even admits right there, I don't know if I'm ever going to put on the headset again. Because essentially, if I were to guess, his career is over. It's done. This guy is never going to call another professional baseball game in his life. And this is really a shame because for a lot of people, including me, going into broadcasting is kind of like a dream job. And there's only 30 Major League Baseball broadcasting jobs in the world, maybe a little bit more for national and regional and all that, but there's so few jobs in the world and so many people who want this job. And for this guy, it's over. His career is done. And I'm not sure what he could do now. Hopefully he's got some money saved up that he doesn't have to work anymore. But for him, his lifelong dream of being a broadcaster, that ride is over. Of course, it was made a lot easier by the fact that his dad was the former voice of the Reds. And interestingly, his dad also once uttered something homophobic over the air, right? So that's kind of interesting. It runs in the family a little bit, apparently. So anyway, as of now, Brenneman's been suspended, and it wouldn't surprise me if in the next day or so, the Reds come out and announce that they've just terminated him outright. So, hasta luego, baby. So back to what that girl was saying, though, about the Phoenix Suns. Oh my gosh, is it disgusting and rancid? And these women are not even cute. These people are disgusting. The people, oh, everything about this story is just so gross and so repulsive. I couldn't even touch on it. If you want to get the full scoop, go to Barstool, just Google Phoenix Suns Instagram model. You'll see it. It's outrageous. You will not believe this shit, okay? So it's crazy. I'm not going to talk about it because my parents watch this and they'll be repulsed with what I would have to say if I were to talk about this. So we'll just avoid it for now. But anyway, it's worth a Google search. Check it out. So thanks again for tuning into the show, guys. Really appreciate it. Again, like I've been saying after every show, once we get to 50 subscribers, we're halfway there now. Once we get to 50, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away this Supreme bouncy ball. Right, and I really want to give it away. So go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I'd be happy to give it away. I want it to go to a good home, and hopefully your home is that home. So thanks again for tuning in, and I love you.